giants. All right, so watch this. So you're trying to tell me that those are ways in? Not an opinion. Nick was getting upset. He was like, I am in construction. I'm here to tell you what I'm seeing was built. I was like, thank you. Okay, so it's exactly the same. But I'm glad. I said I'll turn it on, and I left it on. But luckily, I turned it. It was just a couple seconds later. I see they're leaner. That's all you need. What this means. Let me explain to you guys, okay? Because this is the stuff that's important to people. They're out there trying to do this. Not everything I do is for the reach. A lot of it's just for everyone, but this helps them a lot. So what does that mean when you say they did that, right? So you're there and you're like, I know. I don't care what any person says. I know. Right? That's all that matters. Trust me. Okay. Stop worrying about what any person ever thinks or says. They are a very confused individual on this earth. Never listen to anyone. So what do we do when we find that with the backup on the ground? What do we do? Do we go underneath it? Does it mean go that way? Does it mean absolutely not? It means they're coming from here. He's trying to tell you. A lot of times that they did a really good job on that. Sometimes they're just going to put that right across. It means that way. And I've been in there, right there, just once. I did like a semicircle, like up in here, like where you can't see. It's so ancient and like old. Oh, that's what I need. I need some gaps. Yes, give me gappage. Give me some gappage. This is like the old days. I used to get some really good zooms. The problem is these guys that I'm with tell those guys over there. Who would have known, you know? Like, we used to think it was like we were so smart and it must be within our reason. Of course they tell each other. You'd have to be one of the dumbest people on this earth to think that they couldn't. They're about, in my opinion, thousands and tens of thousands even of years ahead of you. This is where the big guys are. I'm whispering because there's somebody up here. You see something? I'll explain later. Look at this. Look how unique it is. Right across. This is very similar to what I was telling you before. Look how long ago that was done. Well, it's in the ground quite a bit. Well, that leaner that was going across, believe it or not, isn't much different than that, in my opinion. These are the same thing. That's a trident. It means go in there. Well, I think it means something else, but as far as we're concerned, that's what it means. It definitely means something different than that, but it also means that for them. But there's something beyond that. Look, this is not an accident. Like this trail, you guys, no human being could get where I am right now. I wish I had the GoPro working because I kind of wanted to film how I get up here. One day you guys are going to have to backtrack to this because they're going to be like, look, you should have listened to Mark more. And what am I going to tell you? I told you. That's what I'm going to tell you. Am I going to be upset that you didn't get it now and you didn't help me when you were supposed to? A little bit, yeah. Will I forgive you? Absolutely. I already have. Is there something to forgive you for? Not really. It's just the point that I am doing what no one in the world has ever accomplished before, and you're sitting there dormant like a zombie. Right here. Like, I don't understand how I'm not getting. You know why I'm not? One of you would be. There's only one reason that right here I'm not getting like direct interactions. Do you want to hear the reason? Remember, I never lie. you want to hear the reason? Want to know why they're right there right now and not doing anything for the camera? Because it's me. If you were here, not with your camera on and just being, hi guys, it would be happening. It doesn't happen. Oh, this is what I want. That's the forest, you guys. I don't know how far it goes down there. Like, you'd have to go way down there. Hold on, I'm starting to hear something. It's all right there. So here, let me see if I can show them to you. Diesel, good times. Stamps lately. I don't see anything there. It's right there. And it's right down there. Let's get in there. That's where the noises are coming from. Look at this. How could that be, guys? It's a mini fence, I call it. Look at that. Ooh, I wonder how that got broken. They love to step on stuff like that in their world, but it's usually when it's on the ground, they like to see the footprint in it. Someone broke that. It's charred and it's their little spot right there. Look at all the sticks. Someone's chilling right here on this path. All right, you guys, I need a windshield and a camera so bad. Who wants to sponsor it? I need a sponsor to help me with these things. Like, you guys, I need a new camera. I need Gogurt to sponsor me. I need, like, something's gotta go soon. I do what no one on earth does. Do you understand? I'm going to take you. If I have a little bit of help, it's going to become one of the most fascinating. The government will probably shoot me, is what's going to happen. I don't care. I'm fine with it. I told them, just make it quick. Actually, you don't have to do anything. It's a seat right there. Just talk to me. I'm the coolest person there in the world. Like, I get there's something. I get there's a system in place. And even whether it's evil or not, like, I get it. And I know that I'm not the one that's going to disrupt it. No one person will ever. So I know better. I know my place a little bit. So that's why you don't see me at the news. That's why when the news calls me, which has happened, I turn them down. They wanted me for the petroglyphs because I found my own petroglyphs. And she called me over and over and over. I'm like, no, thank you. Why would I? So some imbecile sees it and goes there and destroys it? For what reason? You know what I mean? I don't get paid for that. If you pay me, I'll do it because not for the money. Like, in a sense, yeah, but no. It's just so I can keep doing this again. I could care less about money. This is the thing I've been trying to tell you guys. I do the real deal. Real will never be what you think it is. You've been watching way too much TV. So there's no doubt they're doing it on purpose. I think. They're right here. Look. Impossible. It's in there. It's one of those rubber trees. That wind could never blow this thing down. A 500-mile-an-hour wind couldn't break a tree like this. It has to be broken. I need this. Like, I want to show you this trail. I really do. I want to show you this walk. It's a little bit more on the boring side of what I do, but if this gets me somewhere, oh man, I'm really smelling the smoke. Whatever fire's around here, it just reeks of smoke through here. I can't zoom on the shadows. That's what I came back for. There's too much smoke in between. You can see the mountain, but you can't see anything. It was all white. All right, over now. So weird. I got back here. This is a place that would never fail me. Like, that looks like this. I don't know if I can show it to you, but can you see what that looks like? Watch. It's amazing. When I saw the beginning, I was like, this has got to be it. This is the type of place they normally would be. And it's so far back in here that no one's even in here. They're always set up like somewhat like facing us. There's nothing there. You guys see what it looks like when there's nothing there? It's being marked around the trail, but there's no Bigfoot world in there. No tridents. Look, you guys see, I show you the forest with like hundreds of tridents. There's not one. It's so weird. Here we go. Here's a gap where we can see. See, look. It's like time stood still here. No tridents, no leaners, nothing coming out. I crossed one over the, like one back there, but I mean, here's a bend. Here's a couple I see. I see another one of theirs. So they did this. It's telling you to go in. So my guess is it's gotta be good. It must just be up, like really far up. I've never seen an ecosystem landscape like that without it being one of the best places. But typically, no matter what, I believe that so wholeheartedly that I could go in there and prove that to you right now, but I want something, you know, like this isn't good enough for me to try to kill myself to go up there. I'm already 30 miles into this just to get here, and then I've been on foot for at least 2 miles on this trail. Because it's something that might end up not being a video, but it's an area that I have got to know. You know what I mean? Like, this means everything to me that I'm not seeing anything there, because I would have really thought it was like, are they here? Get out of here. The Jays are here. How did they find me? I didn't whistle. That was my first whistle of the day. I got all these straight shots up here. Look, guys, this is what a regular forest looks like. See how the weeds are there's nowhere there isn't weeds. It's very simple. Their only knowledge is like, at best, is their backyard. This means something. These Jays don't, you guys, they came right to me. There it is again. He's laughing at me. I can't believe they're laughing. Did you hear that? That one was just the laugh. I wish you could see where I was. So one of the things, if we ever do get a TV show off the ground, we'll leave it to Chuck and see what happens. He's a real producer. There'll always be a camera. You know what I mean? Like, so I don't have to do this nonsense. You won't see this. It'll be like some insane. The big question is, how will that affect what I normally do if there's a crew with me? Well, I think it would be like 2 people. Maybe just 1. I'm thinking if there was any money behind this show, that's what I want. Just 1. It could be a guy or a girl, but I want like some special person. Like, so they'd have to be like, there it is, a jack of all trades. Like, ride a motorcycle, can completely on board with what I'm doing. Professional camera person. I wouldn't mind if the editor was with us as well. There's one right in front of me. He blocked me. I just want to get him. He's right there. Well, he was. And you'll be surprised. I'm coming into something. Must be where they are. I have never seen an ecosystem like that up here without them. Because I can only find like one. It's like 1 in a million almost. I still have to walk in there a bit and just look. Oh, there it is. I knew I was getting somewhere. The first one I get to when the Jays show up. Oh, there's eating there. And they're telling you there's eating there. Oh, I got the structures. Is it as simple as that? Let's see. Even if it wasn't simple. It took me 11 years to get here. This is weird. You guys, this is like, I don't, whether they're here or not, I'm thrilled to be here because of how, oh, it's a trident. I knew it. I told you I'd never show you their seats without tridents. In this case, it is seats, but it's eating. Look at this, you guys. It's a forest of the big ones. All right, so apparently I need to go that way. You guys, this is the first time I've heard noise in 2 hours. Another one. Sheets and trident. I was just saying, like, this better pay off for me because I want to show the trail, but I can't unless like something happens. Which is like, I felt like at least find something cool. Like really blatant. I think I did it, you guys. That's why they're doing that. It's not an accident. He wants me to go there. He wants me to go to there. So let's just go there and see if I can't see anything except one leaner. Let's just see what this guy's. You guys have done this. It's getting to like 1,000 times where I listened to them, walked to where the noise was, and I was like, oh my God, look at this. It was my next video. Oh my God, look at this. It's my next video. I'm not kidding. Look, it's not even supposed to be funny. Guys, this is so far away. Please don't be too good. Because if it's too good, that means I got to keep coming back here. I can't do that like all the time. That's really hard to get here. What is the guy over there? He's like, Mark, we'll show the world things they never knew about, but you have to bring us 20 pizzas every day. I'd be like, you kidding me? This is the spot I have to bring the pizzas to? No. I'll do it. I would do it every day for you. Wait till you see what I go through. That's why I wouldn't mind a camera crew. So you could see from the second I left the house to what it took to stand here. There's very few people that could do it at 55 years old. Like very, very few. Look at this. Here's your seats. That's it. I should get something going on back here, you guys. It's very safe. From like, I can't call for help back here. I gotta be careful. There it is. Here's where the whistle was. Look, this is where I want to be. This is where big guys are. Look, no ground structures, just green beauty. X. Oh my God, look at that X. You guys, it has like the moss all over it. I see their spots like this all the time. So when you look up, look at the gap. They push the gap open on purpose. There's like a perfect gap all the way up. I don't know if it's for sun or what. You guys, they just brought me in here. Now look. Nothing. It's not an action. I've done it too many times. Check this out. Here's where no one will ever see it. And it's not, besides this trail marker, here's like a big spot of eating right there. I don't want to get too hung up in here. I just wanted to see. I was just testing to see if those noises would bring me. And that's what they do, because they can't do it themselves. I think someone recently has told them to stop whistling and stuff as much because, so they've been doing it with the birds. They have to do it with our world. It works for me. I'm fine with that. You guys, is this the other side of that mountain? I think it is. I think I'm all the way down. Look. That's how many miles I walked. If I was to go up here, I could eventually get to, it would take till tonight, but I could probably get to where those shadows were. You'd have to sleep out. That's why I need a partner. I need someone. I need my cameraman to be like a partner. Look at this. So, because we won't come back tonight. I want him to be highly paid, well paid where he's happy, comfortable, that has no anxiety. You can't do what we do and be stressed out like you work at Walmart and you can't pay your bills. This takes a special mindset. And I can't be bringing all my human stress and problems in here. They don't like it. The only time they genuinely react to me and do things they're not supposed to do like push down that tree right next to me is if I'm genuinely like sad. Those are the best days. I found it. I knew this side was the best. You guys, this is the beginning. Look. Wow. I gotta be careful here. I'm so far from my motorcycle. I do have food and water. Like I could be here till tomorrow. With the exception, someone's right here. It just got overwhelming vibes. And what it is, they were already here, so they just called me in with the birds. You guys, the gap, I should have filmed it. I didn't film for like a mile. There was nothing there. Oh, I did do a little bit of it. I was just blown away by, like, in one of the places they really should have. So that's why on the way back, I want to go up into that forest of nothing and to see if I'm right, that it starts back further. You guys, this is where I wish I could be, like early in the morning and then start the day. Because you end up all the way away from the bike. Like, it's impossible, like, to get back. It's so far. And then to gauge it. So really, the only way to return back to my motorcycle is to pick up that trail again, which is just up there. Because if I lose that trail, I would never not get home. Like, eventually, like, in a week, I could walk back to town, but probably 4 days, something like that, 3 days. Because I know all I have to do is go on this mountain and just keep going and going. Eventually I'll get somewhere. It's interesting. It's fun to talk about because, not fun, but in a sense, yeah, because look how the two just stick out all straight. Because it's happened to so many people, you guys, have just vanished. And they're in places like this. And not even like in their seats, like just walking down some trail that's designated. And then they just find their clothes and their shoes there. And then it just gets blown off. Like, people still don't believe it. This is the problem with our world. They have separated us. We're supposed to trust each other, you guys. Who's out there lying to you that you don't believe, like you wouldn't trust me? Like, I'm just curious. Like, who is it that lies to you? People that listen to me for 11 years. If I was walking around lying, don't you think these smart people would know about it on Patreon? Don't you think they would know? These are bright, some of the nicest, kindest people as well. You think they're pushovers and I could just lie to them and they're going to send me $10? I mean, are you kidding me? Some people much more. Shout out to Nick. I owe Nick. Like, I'm wearing, like, look, he gave me these amazing pants, which I would never look up because I think they're like $300 or $400 or something. He gave me, this is Erica's shirt, his ex-partner, firefighter partner. The bike, he helped me while he was here. Of course, Nick can come for, there's no charge for Nick ever. But he helped me anyway, you know. Nick's just doing me a favor when he's here. That's all. He wants to come back like I'm doing him some favor. Well, the secret is he's just doing me one. Over now. I really don't want to walk up this hill, but there's too much here. Look at all of the stakes. Oh, look at this spot. This is why I came here. There's way better than this. Because this is the first one. So it's got to get back where I was zooming in. You guys, 2 miles that way. I was zooming from across. It is got to be. Something real special in there. I'm telling you, the real deal elite ones aren't down here on the corner. They're in those open gaps with giant white X's way in the middle of this. This is what you want, straight up the hill, you guys. This goes up to those beyond tree line. Like, I'm just a mile below tree line. Oh man, today, I'm gonna have the worst video today. Because this is gonna be it. It's so important, this video. You guys, look at the trail. All right, let's keep going. I found it. Look how far that goes. That's the hill. Like, you can't tell on the camera, but look at the corner. There's no accident there. All the noise, as soon as I got to those spots, the noises stopped. Here it is. Here's the on steroids version of nothing back there. Here's where the tridents are going to be. Giant structures and giant them. Their seats are right there. Which means those are nothing as far as like beauty and perfection go. And around here somewhere, something good's happening. Let me try to turn the camera off. Someone came in and destroyed this forest like 50 years ago where this path is. And they did not like it. And here's where that destruction ends. Notice the difference? Looks like here's where they were stockpiling. Oh no, it keeps going? Get out of here. Wow. If I could just ride my bike to here, it would be amazing. It's impossible. There's full-grown trees now like this, all the way across. That's where I gotta go. I knew it! Can you see this? I always tried it. I knew it. That's it. Here's the forest that's never been affected. That one was butchered. They have barely been back there. I can't believe this is this big up here. I don't think anybody knows about this. You guys, this has to be... It's hard with these boots. I didn't mean to wear these boots. I really didn't mean to wear them this morning. I meant to put them on this morning, but I meant to switch them before I left. You guys, it's, without exaggerating, it's 3 miles back on this. So that's 6 miles if I turn around right now. I'm feeling it because I don't have a t-shirt on. I just have a sweatshirt. And it became too hot. Whew. Will Colorado Bigfoot do his first video with his shirt off? It's starting to look like it. We're up there. I asked for noises, or I'm leaving. I really wasn't going to because this is too good. So I'm passing up, like, I just want to show you real quick. All petrified. Seats are right there. I didn't film them on purpose. Right where you come up. Here as well, here's all the paste. You can see footprints even. They were spending time right here. Tridents. Told you never show you seats without tridents. I can't believe it, you guys. This is it. I got goosebumps like beyond. Here is where humans disappear. Well, I'm just making that up. If there was ever a place I have seen, would be like this. You guys look at this. These are the big guys. What I had to do to get here. And I can already tell. I knew it, you know, like, you know, life isn't easy. Well, with what I do, it's never easy. That's not true. I've had a couple easy days, but hardly ever. My easy days are when someone's here. I don't usually put people through what I'm going through right now. I never, well, I used to in the beginning. Took Nico on a couple and Randy on 1 or 2 pretty crazy excursions, like where our feet didn't even work and hurt so bad. This is it. This is what you want. This is what a real Bigfoot universe will look like. If you're seeing the ground structures, like quarantines on the ground, it's the little ones. You don't want that because, like, it's great and all, but they will not do anything with you. You guys, look at this. This is insane. You know what I mean? This is on the way up to those shadows. So you know so whether those are real beings or shadows or those are openings of caves, whatever the case is up there, you can't have like 10 beings that in shadow form. So even if they just etched that out of the rocks, or that's how you walk in there, or whatever the case might be, there's tricks we don't know about. Oh my goodness. I knew, because you guys gotta trust me on this one, all right? No human being could find this. Look at the branch. This is why I do this. This is all I want to see. Wait for it. You see that? That's a trident bent around the other tree, with a straight one coming up next to it. Axe on the ground underneath it. This is the best of the best. Trident. Because it hasn't been butchered by humans. They come in here and just cut it all down, you guys. Yeah, it makes you want to go to prison. The stupidity of human beings. Yeah. That's why there's it's not even in this subject. It's in every subject. That's why there's so many people sitting in prison. Because someone else was stupid. And he decided that he was fine with sitting in prison for the rest of his life with a big smile on his face, just to teach this one imbecile a lesson. I mean, it's very hard as a real souled human to tolerate the partial souled humans, the NPCs. It's funny, like the what's considered to be like a tough, like man's man is actually not. He's one of the biggest sissies on earth. Isn't that crazy? Oh, that guy could do this and that. He can't do anything. Come out here with me for a night. I'll leave you right here. We'll see how tough you are. It's an amazing thing, you humans, and what you do with your TV and the fake videos. The lying and the faking. I'll pull that guy out here and put him out here in his underwear and come back tomorrow. I'll come back and the guy will be pale white begging me to take him home, because they don't like bad people, and they will it'll be payback time. That or nothing will happen. It depends. If they really don't like you, they're not going to let you sit here very long. You'll probably end up like killing yourself trying to run out of the forest. You could not get home from here at nighttime. Finding what? Expedition who? Are you kidding me? What? Okay, it's the same thing. Wow, I'm much closer. Did you guys see how clear it was? Look at this spot, you guys. I'm literally at their spot. Zooming to that. Hold on a second. Hold on. First of all, look at the landscapes, you guys. Oh, sorry. Look at the landscapes. Like, that's amazing. That's just, to me, a big giant. That's a motorcycle jump for giants. All right, so watch this. So you're trying to tell me that those are ways in? Wait for this. I thought I didn't think it when I was watching it. Like, when you can hear me talking about it. Like, I definitely knew there was potential. but I would. Oh, can we see the lookout? Let's look at the lookout first. Isn't that where the lookout was? Yes. Look how much closer I am, you guys. There's the lookout. That's their lookout. There was a rock, yes, the rock next to it, which is a marker. Look how out of place that rock is. You can see it from there. See it? It's not an accident. Nothing is an accident. Only your brain. It's not your brain, it's your thinking is an accident. It's actually not. All those rocks have been put there. Every single rock you see has been put there. Remember, I was a landscaper. I used to design jobs for people, for multimillionaires that did that. So when I tell you that it's built, when I tell you anything, it's never an opinion, okay, unless otherwise specified. You'll hear me, I say, this is just my opinion, but... So when I tell you that's built, that's a fact. It's not an opinion. Nick was getting upset. He was like, I am in construction. I'm here to tell you what I'm seeing was built. I was like, thank you. Okay, so it's exactly the same. What are the chances? But we can see. Like, how is that something? Like, look, it looks like a being I've seen in a cartoon or something, right? There's some dude. I thought maybe they had froze. So are those ways in? I'm actually relieved. I'm really glad that those aren't beings. Like, I'm really glad. Because when I was at home, I started thinking maybe it was. How is it the same shadows, you guys? I mean, that's exactly the same as it was yesterday. And I'm in a completely different angle and different place. Those rocks have faces on them. Like, you know, I had the funniest thought. I'm like, okay, he's coming back. We saw the footage. He thinks that those are real. So you guys all go back up there and get into position. No, I know that's not it. But could you imagine it was that crazy? Like, they just ran back because they knew I was coming to look. You guys, I can't believe I made it to here. Look how far away it is still. It's impossible. Look, you could never get there from here. And I thought you probably could. Oh my God, it's so far away. That's miles. Because that's like 6 miles just in the air from here. Maybe more. It's always deceiving when you look across the sky. For anybody. Because look, so tell me what that is. Like, I know it's their spot. So those are entrances, and they're every single one is a being. I mean, I'm losing it. I can see this perfectly, you guys, with my eyes. I don't understand how there's some dude on the corner. And then if you look at the person type one right there, look above him, and it looks like another one. And it looked like the same thing the other day. Completely different time, a completely different angle. A 501c, I have $1,000 for you. He responded, and he got the $1,000. Isn't that amazing? Oh, and my other one, I usually don't tell you, but why not? Oh, look at that. You guys, what the Give me a break. No way. Amazing. You guys, I think that's just their markers of where they come and go up there. And they did it blatant, which means they probably did it a long, long time ago. I've been barking across this canyon. Probably a mistake. Why is that a face? Looks like a ghost. Whenever you see a face, always take note of the surroundings. Opeings. Why does that look like one I'm looking at? I mean, why aren't we seeing basketball nets? Why are we seeing black Bigfoots? You got to ask yourself the question. It's not pareidolia. Pareidolia is the term of a moron. Nothing more. It's the term of someone that has never accomplished anything in their life. That's the definition of pareidolia. He just say faces look out of trees. It's like, look, why would you think they wouldn't? Where did you learn that they didn't? Oh, they taught you how to be logical, sensible, a vegetable. I got it. A vegetable, I got it. Straight A's in Harvard, and I have a $3 million retirement. You know what? Thank God you do and I don't, because I would probably make it to heaven if I did. My thinking would have been completely different if my life hadn't been hard. Without the pain and suffering I've been through, which is probably greater than most. Or equal to, at least. I could never be sitting right here. Money takes your... without pain and suffering, you will never find God, typically. Some people do, because they're supposed to. They're born that way. But for the rest of the 99%, you're supposed to go through it. Because by going through it, it brings you closer to where you're supposed to be. You never would have gotten there without that pain. So that trauma that you have, that unbelievable tearing pain that some of you have, that depression, is actually a superpower. So you can almost feel it as you have it. So you wake up, you're crying for no reason. You see something that makes you cry. And a million different things can happen with depression. But what that really is God molding you into a badass. It cannot be done for most of us in any other way. That trauma has to be there. It's the trauma. What the trauma is, it sounds mean, but it's not. What it is it's shaking all of those psychological barriers that the world has given you, what third grade gave you. It's all lies. Your entire life, everything you know is a lie. A football game is a lie. Every single thing is just bullshit. Politics is a lie. Why would they give you different categories of politics? For one reason and one reason only. So you don't get along with your neighbor. That's the only reason. There's no different points of views. There's no nothing. In 1800, everyone thought the same thing. Hey, what's up, Jim? Not much, Bob. How you doing? Good. Do you care who's president? Nope, me neither. You want to have a beer later? Love to. Now, you guys, I can't even see where those rocks are where I was zooming. I think they're the way that way. They're that way. Hold on. That way. I've walked miles. I'm not nervous about it. I just have a little bit of anxiety over it because it's late and it's real cloudy. And then when you're up in the mountains, the mountains will block the sun. So it gets darker. In the right forest, it'll be darker. Like in town, it's still beautiful. And here, it's like nighttime. Why does that look so weird? I wouldn't expect to see that thing in the tree again, unless he doesn't care, because the echo was so good, I've been going across the valley. So, if anything, I just hinder me filming anything ever, because I'm always like yelling and screaming and whistling and woo! One of the reasons I'm not looking for a response to that ever. I'm just looking. It's just so they know. Like, just in case they didn't get wind 500 yards away, they're like, hold on a second, Mark's here? Just in case, like, on certain days they need a little extra reminder. It never seems to really work. Absolutely. To answer your question. You didn't even know you asked the question, did you? As you were seeing that, you were thinking about maybe you could see one walk across there. And you absolutely could. All you got to do is stay here all day. You'd probably see one. So you'd see something. The other catch is you might not. The reason you wouldn't that day is because they know you're sitting here waiting for it. Because the dude that's looking out of this side of that tree right there, like he's part of the bark, is telling them. That's the hard part. Lost, you guys. It's getting dark. And I haven't even begun getting out of here. Because I went too far. Whenever you go back. So when you do that initial first amount of miles, it's so fast. Like those miles go fast because, like, especially if you're seeing this. And then you go to the next one, and then before you know it, you've gone miles. Then the birds start going, and then I'm completely done, and I'm like, almost don't want to film anything because I gotta go. Look at the trails. In the middle of this. That's what it's supposed to look like, and that's what it looks like now. And I can't get out of here. Oh my God, look at that. There's so many things that can stab you here. And I don't know where I am. Lost in a place like this can get really eerie. It's getting late and I'm miles from where I gotta go. And am I trying to make the video better? No, not at all. Does it make, did the video just get better? Well, there you go. Blatant. See, whenever you're near them and you see that, they did it. They do that on purpose right there. And that. It doesn't happen by accident on a live tree. It's always here, petrified. They have a 1,000-year-old tree marked. Maybe older. Petrified. All of their stuff in the ancient forest is petrified. Blatant. This is the most blatant thing I've seen all day. Right here. It's in there like 3 inches, 2 inches. Look at that. Hey, that's one thing. I gotta say, like, I founded the system. There's the seat. It's active, and it goes. The trail from it goes in there. What was I gonna say? Look at that. Told you I'd never show you a seat. Well, I already showed you the tridents, but I just like to say it without a trident. What was I saying? I don't know, you guys. The sun's out. It was getting dark. And if you're on the wrong side of a mountain, so if the sun sets, like, it might be out for 3 more hours over there, but this mountain's so tall. Luckily, it's this way today. That even like at 4 or 5 o'clock, you're already lost your sun. That gets a little bit spooky when you're with them and you remember how cold it gets here at night. It's not like it's just 80 degrees here at night. It's cold. It'll probably be 45-ish right here tonight. Even though it's 78 probably right now, 80. Because that's scary. There's spots everywhere. I haven't been able to film them because I got to get out of here. There's no reason to film each one. I think I found part of the trail. It's certainly not where I came up. Here's some trail, thank God. Oh my God, you guys. You could get lost forever in an ancient forest like that. Like forever. Not probably where you die, but I'm so familiar with my territory. But I would end up losing the motorcycle, having to, camp out and walk back to town somehow. So yes. Whew. Look, I really wanted to go. This is actually right where I went up. I went up right in there. And I saw that up there, like the blockage. So wherever it gets blocked again. Can we see it? It's real good. So I went left. I'll bet you if you go up and go right, it's really good. Because it just keeps going and going up this mountain, which would be the bottom of the world. I kept saying on the way in here, if I put it in, I kept saying how I found the most perfect ecosystem, which they hardly ever give up. And I wasn't seeing much. That's that right there. And I'm telling you, it gets real steep and probably really good. And it's because it was so little at the bottom, but the ecosystem is so good for them, the ones I know that are the best, they didn't do too much at the bottom because it's so good at the top. I'm telling you, these are my best spots. Lots of balls up in the tree here. Like, these are like lots of balls up in the tree. They're all over the place just here. There's another one. There's 2 or 3 right there. Sometimes I wonder. We've actually filmed them in there. Sorry, I'm trying to walk down a hill. I just saved myself like 2 minutes by doing that. So this has been like at least 30 years since anyone used this. Yeah, 20 years ago I would have done a back scratcher off that. Landed in a roll, did a flip, and then went down there. At 55, we gotta be careful. If I twist my ankle right now, I could die. Well, if I break it. Most likely, I think I would die, because I know Kelly, Robert's not there, so Robert's actually away tonight. He wouldn't know that I'm not coming back. Most days nobody knows. And look at this. So I didn't come through here. I came through that forest. The birds brought me in there. That was no mistake, you guys. I've done it 1,000 times. When nothing's going on, they send the birds over. What's up, buddy? You know, I can give you much easier ways than that. Like, you know how funny you look up there? You can come sleep in my house if you want. If I had one. I do have a house. I have a 39-foot RV that is a gift from God himself. And I'm a king that lives in it. And I am more grateful than probably most people that live in a $20 million house. Because I know the real world. Not like other people where they have to make up psychology. Money doesn't buy happiness. That was always like, to me, it was like the poor man's excuse. You know, that's where I gotta go. I know it. Right up there. But it's not. It's, you know, well, it certainly doesn't help a poor man. I mean, it doesn't hurt. It makes you feel better, but it's actually true. Do you really think God sent you down here to see how much money you could make? You guys, you're not seeing, if you don't believe in God, you haven't seen the full picture. You don't understand the earth or yourself. It's impossible not to have him. And these guys tell me, I had to do all kinds of things and become a better person before they let me go on. God has no interest in you if you're not, your faith and believing in him is just the start. That doesn't get you in with God. You have to act it. You can ask God for the biggest favor of your life, and it might take him 5 years to answer you because he wants to see you prove it. He's not there for parlor tricks. You got to do the work. You have to put the time in and the pain and the suffering. It's what's meant to be. The people that enjoy their life too much here, I'm talking about with like finances and money and yachts, those people have never had a reason to look to God. They're enjoying their heaven now. They will not bring it. You guys, it says it right in the Bible. Rich people don't make it to heaven. Make like a hiking video out of this, like a long video. That's not leaning on that by accident. That's the secret right there. They think they're fooling me by not doing it right here, but I know their forest too well. At the top up there is something special. So this is what I came through. But remember, even at the beginning of this, even 2 miles up here, when I finally get to the bike, I think it's about 2 from here. Maybe 1, I'm not sure. I'll let you know when I get there, but so to where I park the bike, I come through this on the bike. So I just go as far as I can possibly get. I'm going through like around seedlings and look, you can see how old this is. it looks like 50 years. And they still have not really accepted the forests that were butchered. They don't do what they need them to do. That's what people don't understand. They're in these forests for a reason. They're not like, oh, this looks good. It has to suit the needs. The ecosystem has to be precise. That's where I just was. Which is further than it looks. Well, I don't know. Each one of you is different. Some of you guys are badasses and will compensate for their trajectory and the amount of feet but most people will be like, oh, it's just over there. Because they don't, it takes a while to learn that there can be an incredible hidden contour in between. Like sometimes world record contours from here to there. And then I was just wondering if you guys knew how I'd find them. All I've seen is this. And then all of a sudden, this happened. I wonder what that means. You guys have any idea what that would mean? All of a sudden. That was an X. Oh yeah, that's the broken one. Look how this stuff's all pushed away. Look. No person has ever walked here in the 40 or 50 years. They're here. You couldn't, because it's impossible. Remember, there's very few people, you guys. The road that I took, even the dirt road that I took up, that I turned off of to find this hidden trail that I showed you on the last video, there's no one even on that road. Like, there might be one car today on a Friday up this high on that road. And usually it's someone that doesn't know where they are. Like they ended up just like driving around and got lost or something. It's just like me. See look how everything has been pushed aside. Do you hear that? He finished. Blatant. So really, if I wanted to give you, if I just wanted to make it easy on myself, which most people would do, they wouldn't have done the last 6 miles that I just did. They would have just went right in there. And really, for a regular person, I would recommend, instead of going up to there today, is exactly what you would do. Is as soon as you saw their X's on the trail, they are literally telling you to take a right and go in there. But if you do that, you will just be like everyone else. You will never make it to the end. You will never take this all the way. Look, there's another expression for that? All I know is, even when no one's looking, if you don't try your hardest, this goes for, I don't care if you pump gas for a living, always do it like you're working for God. If you don't pay the price, you try to take the easy route, you will always fail in the end. Let's just call this video, but here's the trail. Here's what the trail looks like next to where they're active. Why do you think? You can barely see it. The best ecosystem of anywhere that I showed you today. That's why there's places where something hasn't even grown in 40 years on that trail. And there's places where the trail is almost gone. And it just happens to be where they are. Because they are in the flawless ecosystem of the area. They're where the groundwater is. They're where everything is that matters. This is where a bear will come. This is where, if an elk was here, this is where he'd want to walk through. This is the best ecosystem. There's food, there's life. Where if you go 100 yards into there, you'd be dead in 2 days. Even a human could find growth up there that you could eat. Probably not for long, but you could find enough, you could scavenge enough little things up there. Grubs under the old logs, you could survive. If I was with you, you'd survive.